Negus.
Negus. What is the language of origin?
Ethiopian to Amharic.
What is the definition?
A king. It's used as a title of the sovereign of Ethiopia. Negus.
Negus, Negus.
I'm saying, so holla at me. Like I said, don't get it twisted because I don't got the interview voice. I'll run laps around you.
And clearly ain't got no filter. And and the bishop, he working on it, but God ain't finished with me yet either. So welcome to the church.
Welcome to the church. Not everyone needs to believe in your dreams, but you do.
We want to encourage you, if you got a dream or an idea, bet on yourself. This is almost like free consulting. Hit that Cash App because we giving y'all a free game away.
Oh, you won't learn to laugh today. You getting that medicine with that candy right now.
That's our show, y'all.
Yeah.
It's about love. If they ain't about truth, you might have to check them. Ninjas gon' nig if you let them. If they boys in blue, then you might have to read them. Ninjas gon' nig if you let them.
Yo, what's going on, people? Welcome to the latest episode of P.I.M.P.I.N.G, the show. I am one of the co-hosts, Deacon Wavy Trave. I'm going Wavy Trave, although I don't got no waves no more. Who I'm with?
You're with the good Bishop Hustle Hotep Bingham.
Yo, you see, you looking like your son right now. Your son looking like you. I don't know if people seeing pictures of your son but I guess everybody that's probably looking at this follow us. But yeah, you looking like your son, man. Good to see you, brother. And what is this show about? Please let the people know what this show about when I get my mic. This is the new office, so y'all gotta excuse me. I don't got anything set up right.
You a bit dark, brother. We already dark skinned. We gotta have a light like right on us. The show is about grace and mercy and love and growth. So we talk about pimping, positively influencing my people and negotiating growth. And we share how we negotiate growth as fathers, husbands, not brother, I'm a brother, uncles, and all of that, all of the many titles that we wear. How are we navigating this thing called life, and how are we doing it in a way that ultimately we could reach our goal?
There you go. And before we continue with the show, I got to always get a disclaimer. Please don't call us the Nigger. Please don't call us the Nigga when you see us. It's Pimping Negus, Negus. Unless you may get away with it with the Jesse of the week. Pew, 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 pew. We coming in early with your boy Shamar Moore, pretty boy Shamar Moore. That's what they used to call him, right? Pretty, what they call him? Pretty. Let me play that clip real
quick. His mama call him Shamar. I'ma call him Shamar. You gotta get it up, brother.
Yeah, it's up now. You got it?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Right.
Oh, there go the volume again. They can't hear it, brother.
Can't hear it?
Nah. You gotta do whatever it is, but that you did. While you do that, I could set it up.
Yeah. All right. So they can't hear it. So go ahead and set it up. What happened? He was at this comedy show. What happened?
He was at this guy Matt Rice comedy show with his baby mama. We only know this because he said it, and she's white, and she basically he gets drunk, and he gets on stage when the comedian is finished, and it's like, look, my wife basically says she want to knock you down. I told her, look, you can meet him, but you can't knock him down. And he was like, I just love to see people win. And this white boy, this little white boy who, just want to say the N word, but he can't because he gonna get canceled. You know what? You could come to my house and get it out your system and just say N. And he says this in a room packed full of Caucasian folks. And Twitter is dragging them right now. I hope you could get the video. We had it working before. That's why this brother is the producer. I'm just I'll be glad as no. Well, how we say it? You the assistant pimp?
Assistant pimp. Yeah, assistant pimp.
Yeah,
well, it doesn't work.
But we got to get it together.
It didn't work. So We just got to keep the show going. But now, so what you well, I can know how you feel about it. What you feel out, because I always had this discussion. Not always. I used to have a discussion. I don't entertain it anymore about people saying like we empowered the word by saying NIGGA, putting the GA in and how we use it. And I'm like, nah, because I said if the white person say it, you're gonna feel a certain type of way. So you ain't empowered the word. The word is the word. However you want to say it, the word is the word. And just because we say it amongst us as you know a word of endearment, sometimes it doesn't necessarily take the fire away from the word. We had this conversation in law school over 10 years ago. We've been out 15 years, bro. You realize it? We've been out for 15 years.
It's been a minute. Yeah. I have no problem with it. I think how you carry yourself, although, you know, some people may get you wrong, like you give the disclaimer, and in that moment you do what you got to do. But amongst my family, and that's how we talked about this, we had to come up with the word Jesse because my moms don't like hearing it, but me and my sister, it's just a part of our vernacular. And
yeah, I think it's part of everybody's vernacular, at least in the US at this point in time. It just is what it is. I just don't think that argument that we took the power away from the word and made it something different doesn't hold weight to me, because as soon as somebody outside of the culture uses it, everybody has a problem. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I hate we ain't got the audio.
Let me try it one more time. Go ahead. I can't see it. I can't see the screen. So go ahead.
Don't worry about seeing it. Just try it. However you did it, because we're not exaggerating, y'all. You have to see the scene to be like, Shamar, what are you doing, bruh? And it's crazy because Shamar lives down here in my neighborhood. He be at the fitness balling. Yes, all the time.
You be seeing that Joker?
Like, yes. He's just around like, bro, you can't do that, man.
Yeah, he a little dude, ain't he?
He average size. I ain't gonna call him little. It's no hate, you know. But
I was just asking because I thought he was a little dude.
Dog, like, no, he be hooping. He ain't like he taller than you.
Yeah, yo, relax, yo. Relax, yo.
I'm just saying he ain't little like that. But the point is, y'all, he our Jesse of the week. Don't do that. I equate this to how, and I think we had this conversation, how it made the Will Smith Chris Rock thing worse, because you did this on a stage where family, we believe keeping family business is family business. This is what we was taught at the HBCU. Sometimes that ain't a good thing, but man, you doing this in front of other people, man, that ain't a good look. You got it up?
Yeah, I'm trying to see what's going on. I'm trying to see the audio to play. All right, hold up.
This brother got that.
Can you hear that?
Internet. It ain't on the stream. Let me add it.
Can you hear it? Hold up. Let me go back to the screen.
Yeah, it's coming. You just got your buffers. Ooh, that internet slow. Y'all sit here this Cash App. Nope, we can't hear it. Bro, we should have just left it up the way we had it when you could hear it.
Yeah, I gotta figure that out. We figured out.
Yeah,
we figured out.
So Shamar Moore is our Jesse of the week. The other
we went in hot. Jesse of the week. Yeah. Who you? Oh, you got two Jesses of the week, yo. Joe D, what's up, man? Who your other Jesse of the week, bro?
Grant Williams.
I already know who it is. Grant Williams.
Celtics. Can you pull that up? You got that tab?
Yeah, I got it. You ready? Let me see if
Grant
I can.
Williams, if y'all don't know, is a Boston Celtics player. Game 2 of the Eastern Conference Finals was yesterday. Don't forget, Shamar's mother is white. Well, yeah. Joe D says, don't forget Shamar Mothers is white. And he asked a good question. Have you ever been around a black person you felt was using the word too much? Probably myself. According to everybody I know, probably myself.
Derek, what's up with you, man? Yeah.
It flows freely. We got a couple of discussions today, but the NBA, where are we at now?
Let me ask, you know what? I have been around black people. I want to say that I thought they was using it too much. I thought they was using it. What's the word I want to use? I thought they were using it to fit in. If that makes sense. Like I could tell, like the way they say it, like yo, you don't really use the word like that. You uncomfortable with it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. You
So I don't.
hesitated.
Yeah, like you, it's kind of sort of don't even fit to where you doing it. It doesn't flow naturally. So I have been around people that are black people that I feel like are using it just to quote unquote fit in, for a lack of a better term. But I don't know if they're using it too much though.
Yeah, if it to answer your question, Joe, probably myself according to everybody I know. But it flows for me. It's in me, it ain't on me. Jesse of the week though. So Shamar Moore is our first Jesse. He did it in the context. Maybe you could post the link in the comments. Y'all go look at it on Twitter.
Oh yeah, I can do that. I'll do that. Go ahead.
Yeah, he was wilding. He was drunk and he embarrassed himself. He probably embarrassed his baby mama, and I don't know if he gonna live this one down. Like, bro, this might impact your movie, because you know he been in Tyler Perry's and all of that. This might impact your opportunity. Sometimes you just got to be quiet, and that's where same thing with Will Smith. How we talked about Jada, you need somebody around that'll restrain you. Like you getting out of order, you getting out of control. You done had too much to drink. Be careful who you associate with. Real people ain't gonna let you go out there and fumble a bag. And we talking about the Jesse of the week. We're gonna return to this fumble a bag thing, but the other Jesse of the week is your boy right here, Grant Williams. They was up like, I don't know, maybe if you didn't see the Eastern Conference Finals yesterday, Miami Heat was up 1. They stole a game in Boston, and yesterday, your boy just deboed Grant Williams and took a game. Like Grant Williams got a 3-pointer. I'll share. You don't need the sound on this. He got a 3-pointer and went to chirping. Look at him in your boy face, and all he did was smirk. After that, Jimmy Butler just deboed him. Jimmy Butler did not pass.
Yeah, it was crazy.
That's the very next play. Like, yeah, boy, you want to talk? And for all of those GOAT discussion folks, I'm gonna say this. This is my hot take.
What's your hot take, yo?
Jimmy Butler is the closest thing to Jordan we got. Don't talk to him. There's another one, and that's why we needed the sound in the after game interview. He was like, I just don't know if I'm the right person to talk to. Like, basically, that just means motivated. He was like, I respect him and yada, yada, yada. He was very respectful, but he was like, I just ain't the right person to talk to. And they proceeded. I think they went, it says they went on a 10-2 run from that.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was definitely crazy for sure.
It was a wrap after that. You knew what was happening. They was up. It was in 6:37 of the game. Williams hits his 3, and then they got outscored 24-9. And Jimmy just went at them boys and was like, he left the court like there's no way they thought that was the answer. Like, what y'all think? Let's sound off. For those that saw the game, does Jimmy Butler got that? Did he seem like he had that Jordan energy? Because you know, you've probably seen clips on Facebook where it's people telling stories of Michael Jordan having an off game. Somebody talked to him, and then he go for like 24 points in the fourth quarter with like 5 minutes left to win the game.
Yeah,
Jimmy one of them.
I'm not gonna say he I ain't gonna that is a hot take. I'm gonna give you that hot take. That's a super hot take. That's like what they call it in Mexico or something like that. Whatever it is. Like,
it's
that's a provocative take. That's a provide. I ain't gonna go that far to say he's new Jordan, but playoff Jimmy is a real thing though. Playoff Jimmy is definitely a real. Like, because during the regular season, he don't really be going crazy. Like,
but when it depends on his team.
Yeah, in the playoffs, though,
he take over.
I don't know if we seen anybody, at least in the last 20 years.
I'm talking, when I say Jordan, I mean the aggressiveness, the mindset.
Right, I got
Immediately after the boy started talking to him, he got a clear out and basically was like, the whole team knew, give Jimmy the ball. You know, started talking to Jimmy. They cleared out and he went right at him, and that's when they ended up forehead to forehead. Next play, he went right at him. Next play after that, he went right at him. Like, stop talking to me, little boy.
Yeah.
That's the energy that I'm talking about.
Got you. Yeah, I might have to think about it, but at least in recent times, for sure, last 10 years, you might be right.
Who's been aggressive? Like, don't say nothing to me. You talk to me, I'm gonna destroy you. Kobe was a destroyer. But this was different. This was he put fear in this. That's why this boy is our Jesse of the week, because he finna get Dylan Brooks. Like, why you say something, bro? We had the game on lock. Why you piss this dude off and then you can't hold him? Oh, you out of here, bro. You finna be just like Dylan Brooks.
Nah. I see what you're saying. I had to think about it. That's a hot take. You caught me off guard with that. We ain't
nobody gonna be talking to Jimmy no more in the league. Not doing playoffs. Nobody's gonna say anything to Jimmy anymore.
Yeah. It's a done dilly. So let's keep it in the NBA. We got to talk about the hot topic of the week. The topic of his episode, Derek, is guns and butter. It's a lot of I'm provocative with the titles. We might as well just go in with your boy Ja Morant. That's been we talked about this. I got multiple takes on it, but I'm gonna see where you're gonna go with the. You got to put your you got your you don't got the Hustle Hotep hat anymore. You just got the. Are you calling them locks or dreads? What are you calling them, bro? I want to be people sensitive. I don't want to be canceled by you, man.
It's called locks, brother.
Locks, okay.
And Ja Morant, my fellow lock brother, he could be the Jesse of the week too. We said we was
hold up. You going I thought you was gonna go somewhere. I thought you was gonna have to put on what the hat I was calling you.
I'm coming. You give me a chance.
Okay. Go ahead.
He could be the Jesse of the week. We was talking about fumbling the bag. Yeah, y'all see the headlines. Nike makes eye-opening Ja Morant decision after another gun incident. So my hot take, well, it ain't even hot. Like, bruh, I get what everybody is saying. I ain't making no excuses for you, bruh. Where is your dad? I'm with you, bro. Where's your dad? Like, y'all about to fumble a big bag, and for what? You're rich enough to where you could build a club in your basement, and you could be selective like Chris Brown. Invite the bad chicks. You can have whatever. There's no need for you to go outside, and you gotta watch who you associate with. Like, who's recording the money, man? And putting it out there. Who got a phone around you recording? And dad, where the heck are you? Like, this both y'all journey. You got him here. We talked about how the dad be all like P. Diddy, floor seats and arguing with Shannon Sharp and all of that. Now it's time for you to be a father, bruh. Y'all all about to lose. He's funding your lifestyle.
I think
Derek, that's perfect. For the people, Reed, can you?
How do you sign for $200 million to decide to graduate to the hood? I think. So there's a couple takes I got for it. I think his pops might be the problem. His parents might be the problem. So I didn't know he had a couple incidents where his mom got into, like, I'm gonna just put issues in air quote because really it's not really no issues, in my opinion. And she called him like, "Yo, I'm having this problem at the Foot Locker. Come through." He come through with 8 dudes. Like, that happened. Then he had apparently got into it with his mom, called him for something with his sister playing basketball. And then we already talked about his dad sitting all up in the videos, dancing, you know what I'm saying? Getting into with Shannon Sharp. Like, come on, bro. I think his parents may be partially the issue, but I think his friends might be an issue, but Ja might be the issue. Ja might be the problem. Like, Ja might be the one that's like, yo, I'm doing what I want to do. Because I'm sure he went on, he met with the commission and everything. He met with the commission saying, I'm going to do better. Whatever their little private discussion was, the commission revealed a little bit what their private discussion was. Like, yo, he might be like, yo, you might be the person that people may not need to be around. Just because you got, but part of it is going graduating to a hood. I used to have a saying that, yo, I don't know why we pledge allegiance to the hood like that, man. Like, it's something about, I always say blame rap, but it's just something about culturally, like sometimes we pledge allegiance to the smallest common denominator. You know what I mean? And like that hood stuff, like, yo, this joker want to be Ja Ja, whoever, NBA Ja, the drill rapper so bad, it doesn't even make sense, yo.
It's sad. And it's like, what do you have to gain from posting on Instagram, bruh? What you are Ja Morant. They trying to make you the face of the league. What else? What extra fans are you gonna gain from posting on social media? It feels like it's almost an addiction. And man, you got to take his phone. I feel like if I'm his father, I'm about to do what Klay Thompson parents did. You get an allowance from here on out. All your money is going to this trust because you ain't shown that you done grown mentally. Maybe you was too focused on basketball to grow as a whole person. But he needs some. Maybe he could hire us for a consultant. Hit that cash app. Help him negotiate his growth because you about to fumble the bag, and I don't know what your dad is doing. But Dad, you got to step up, man. There got to be, I was talking to somebody, there has to be a poor OG cousin that he respects, that might have been in the street or something, that y'all could pay him to be your personal assistant. Like, keep Ja out of trouble. He's too valuable. Even the hood knows this. Drug dealers and all of that. They like, no, you special, kid. We want to see you make it for all of us. We're going to protect you. You ain't going to be involved in none of this. You need shoes. You need money. We got you. The real ones from the hood, they got that protection, that community. Him and his dad.
Yeah. I think it's, I don't know what it is because obviously we don't know him. I don't know him. You know what I mean? I think it's one of those situations where, because unfortunately, I don't think this is the last we heard of this dude. Unfortunately, I think he's gonna be suspended. Who knows for how long? I won't be surprised if it's the whole season.
They said like 40 games, I think.
At least 40 games.
Yeah, man, that's too much. That's almost 20 million that he losing, bro.
Yeah. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it, especially after you don't sit down with the commissioner. You apologize, you quote unquote. I'm not mad at it, bro. Like if they would have did it the first time, I'd have been like, yo, I would have been I would have got
extreme.
I would have got my Hotep hat. I would have put my Hotep hat on with you. I would have had the little Hotep joint instead of Negro P.I.N.G going around like, yo, y'all wilding, this racist or whatever. But after they tell you like, yo, relax, you told allegedly, you checked yourself into this institute or whatever it was, and you come back and do the same thing again. But I will give his boy credit. When the one that went live, he was done for going live. But when Ja flashed the gun, he did try to hide the joint real fast, but it was already too late. Yo, bro, you on live. It's too late. Everybody got it.
What are the guns? The real estate, artwork, the stocks and bonds. What's the butter? Cars, clothes, jewelry, all that stuff that ain't worth ish once you buy it. That's what it's all about. Guns and butter, baby. Shout out to Joe D. 20 games is reasonable. That's very reasonable, but you losing a lot of money. Like you said, Deacon, he met with the commissioner and said, I'm not going to do this no more. You forced the commissioner's hand. Like the commissioner don't do nothing. He's in trouble. There's also another take where JJ Redick, and it sucks.
Oh, you got it up? Okay, I can take mine down. Go ahead with it.
JJ Redick is basically like, it's not illegal to have a gun. Why are y'all bringing this down on him? But
so so just real quick. But go ahead. Finish your point. And I'm gonna hop in real quick.
We can't hear. We don't have the sound. We having bootleg.
Yeah. So I've seen this argument before. One, we don't know if those are legal guns. First of all, let's start with there. Mm-hmm. Right. We assuming a lot of things by saying it's not illegal to have a gun. Yes, it is illegal to have a gun. If you're not legally licensed to have a gun, it is illegal to have a gun. We don't even know if them guns purchased legally. We don't even know if they registered or anything. So like that is, I'm not feeling that argument because we are assuming a lot of things. Like, yo, this joke is riding in the car, pulling it out. We don't know what state he in. I don't think they got the location on the joint. We don't know who gun it is, whether it's purchased legally or not, whether the serial number is scratched off or not. So we don't even know that. So I'm not even feeling that argument. But people have been making that argument. And also, that's just besides the point. Yo, bro, you met with the commissioner after the NBA didn't even suspend them, yo, before. It was the Memphis Grizzlies. The NBA was like, y'all handle that in-house. You met with the commissioner. He, for whatever you told him, you finessed him. You probably nice with the words or whatever. You know what I mean? Whatever you said, he know you the face of the league or could be the face of the league. He ain't even do nothing. He was just like, he probably just like, yo, bro. He ain't say like this because he ain't talk like us. Like, yo, bro, relax. Yo, Job was like, yeah, I got it. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna do it again. And then you do it. It's like a month later, right? 2 months, something like that.
It's terrible. I agree with everything. Corey Bowens, what's up? Corey said Nike pulled his shoes. They might drop them. We shared that article. The NBA is a private entity and has their own rules. Anything that places the NBA and its affiliates in a negative light is a breach of contract with the NBA. And he's you absolutely right. I think, and it's unfortunate, but you know, it's never a failure unless you think it's a failure. It's always a lesson in there. I think he needs to take this L, man. And after this, when you ain't played, guess who gonna come on and start dragging your name? Stephen A. I'm just waiting for it. Like Memphis, y'all should get rid of him. He's not worth the headache. If you only playing so many games for us, yeah, you got the talent, but we'd rather have some. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
And I think also I have wrote on my wall. I don't know if you commented and I saw it. I said, yo, when did we stop calling these grown people kids, yo? Like, yo, bro, he's 23 years old. They like, yo, he's a kid. No, he's not. He's 23 years old. He do any crime in the world, and in the U.S., he going to adult prison. He gonna be tried as an adult. He's not a kid, bro, at all. And we only use that. We only use those terminologies when it's our people. I write and say
I'm gonna push back on you with that because they always using their people as kids.
That's what I said. Our people meaning human beings, not racial, whatever. I'm talking about if it's LGBTQ, you in that group, and it's your person, you defend them no matter what. There's no consistency at all. If you white, you black, you rich, you poor, whenever it's somebody you identify with, us identify with, we come up with all the excuses of the world to give them the benefit of the doubt. We do not keep that same energy as a human species at all.
Okay. I'm gonna let you ride with that one. Put your Rutgers shirt up there so they know your role. You Skip Bayless on the podcast.
Go ahead.
But that's sad. What you think about who you got tonight? Lakers, Nuggets.
You know, I'm rock with the Lakers until I think the Lakers gonna tie it up 2-2. Okay. I'm not as confident as I was that they were gonna take it in 6 after dropping the 2 in Denver, but I'm still rock. I think it's gonna go to 7. I'm not as confident that the Lakers gonna win it as I once was before the series started, but I do think they're gonna even the series up at 2-2. What you go? Oh, you did deep side, bro. What's going on? Yo, I'm about to put this European joint up for you, yo.
You know I'm a LeBron fan, but LeBron need help. And that first game, Anthony Davis, even though he had 40 points, he got cooked by
yeah. What's the name is special? Jokic is special. I didn't see him all season because I didn't watch any game all season, but I didn't realize. I get why he was the MVP 2 years in a row. I get it. Yeah.
Man, he hit that fadeaway 3 at the end of the quarter in Anthony Davis' face, way back by the out of bounds line. And all Anthony Davis could do was look at him and smile. But I mean, he just looked like a chubby fat kid that threw it up there. It was all net.
That's why. So I was definitely being racist and prejudiced because I'm like, yo, who this tall, fat white dude winning the MVP without watching his games? But now I get it. After seeing him a little bit, he nice, man. He looked like he moving in slow motion, but he fat, don't look like he keep up. But for whatever reason, he found a way to get a triple-double every night and win.
Easy. Easy. He had 20 rebounds that first game, and it was so easy for him. Yo, bruh. Yeah. So I'm not as confident like you. I hope LeBron can pull it off because they LeBron making mistakes at the end of both games. He's tired. It's come on, Anthony Davis, man, do your part. And some might argue Anthony Davis doing his part, but I'm saying you need to do more. You need that Jimmy Butler energy. Shouldn't nobody, if you pay attention to him, he just be setting screens and not even looking for the ball. Give it to me. He plays like a person who doesn't think he's the best on the court. Like he
Yeah,
forget.
it do seems like sometimes the confidence is not there. It does
Yeah,
seem like sometimes.
I need you to have that Jimmy Butler energy. Can't nobody hold me on this court. Give me the ball.
Yeah,
Switch off like LeBron been having to do. LeBron was killing what's his name? Murray.
yeah.
He would get the pick and roll switch and just take him right down there and spank him. And it's like, why you can't do that, Anthony Davis? Where is you at, bro? I mean,
Oh,
he did all right game one, but
yeah.
it's like, man, bro, do you want it? I
Yeah.
think getting that first championship might have been a mistake.
I said I made a mistake. So let me get in my soapbox for a minute on a side but related note. Like, yo, please, everybody, please stop texting me, sending me messages, and adding me on Facebook. I put this, y'all might everybody. I'm assuming everybody don't follow me on Facebook that's gonna see this. Please, like, yo, there's nothing that you're gonna say to me at this point in time that's gonna make me say, oh, you're right. Jordan is the GOAT. It's not gonna happen, yo. Stop comparing LeBron. What LeBron doing at 38 in season 20 to any? Oh, LeBron, Jordan one that did this. Jordan ain't play at 38. Jordan didn't play in season 20. So whatever LeBron's doing right now, you're absolutely right. Jordan did not do that. It probably could not do that because he did not play that long. So
Yeah,
stop.
he didn't take care of his body at all.
Yeah, at all. And people were like, yo, I'm tired of y'all saying, oh, Jordan didn't quit. I know I said this probably here on this podcast. I said it before. I mean, though, Jordan quit 3 times. He quit twice in his prime. What you mean that man quit on the entire league, yo? What do you mean he didn't quit?
While he was the face.
I ain't even think about that. While you're the face, while you're on top, you just won 3 championships in a row and you quit both times, yo, because you didn't want to quote unquote rebuild. The first time you was too stressed out. In his own words, yo, it was just too much. Come on, man. I don't want to hear Jordan didn't quit. Yo, Jordan quit 3 times. If you include the final quit, he quit 3 times, yo. If you don't want to include that one, he quit 2 times and retired once. Yo, nobody in the history of sports that I could think of quit 3 times.
I ain't gonna drag Jordan.
No, I'm not dragging. I'm dragging the people that keep sending. Yeah, stop sending me messages. Stop sending me messages. Stop texting me. Stop putting at me. Like, there was nothing you gonna say to me that's gonna be like, yo, I think you're right. Jordan is the GOAT. I don't. And it's cool.
Y'all gonna send this brother anything? Send him some money through his Cash App for his internet.
For his what?
And for his internet and money for a spotlight, because I'm struggling to see the brother, and I got.
Oh, my internet not going? Internet good?
Yeah, it's all right.
It's better than your cricket joint. You done stepped up. You must got a bonus check or something.
Yeah, brother. You can hate me now.
All right.
But I'm gonna stop now. What else we got? Oh, your boy. So we're gonna have a legal discussion.
Oh, Nick Cannon joint. Yeah, Nick Cannon. So this is the legal joint.
Did you get a chance to look at it?
Yeah. So what I read was that, I guess he's on his 12th baby, and he told the lady that because
number 11.
Yeah, number 11, that you don't have to pay child support after that. I don't know if that's true. I think it depends on the state, and even I don't know if that's true. Like I don't know how, because each state is different. There's no federal guidelines to child support, so I don't even know if that's true. But what I do know is true is that child support. You know what? Go ahead, bro. Because I'm about to have a hot take, and I don't want to get us canceled. Yo, go ahead. I'll jump back to it.
That sounds personal.
Nah, it's not even personal. So before even it's if you do the history of why child support exists, which nobody does because nobody cares about it. Like, what's the purpose of it? Why it exists? At this point, it's been marketed as it's for the kids. It's not for the kids, yo. But go ahead.
It's extra alimony, you saying?
Nah, it's not even that. It's for the state. So it's for the reason child support is in place. It comes from Europe. It's the common laws that they call them is like poor people laws. Like, you just Google poor people laws, Europe, and the laws that we have adopted from Europe that's aimed at the poor for like loitering, like being arrested for loitering, being arrested for being in debt. Those are all codified as poor laws. Was the laws that was designed to put poor people in jail and the reason that child support exists in America is to get the families off the responsibility of the state. That's it. There's no oversight over it. You just be submitting money to it. You don't know where it's going. You know it's going to the other parent, male or female, but you don't know what's happening. There's no oversight. There's no nothing. And it's based off of, at least in Jersey and in New York, is based off the consumer spending index. And you know what the consumer spending index is, yo? You heard of it before?
Yeah, of course, but educate us.
Yeah, so the consumer spending index is basically an index where people tell you what they spend money on, right? This is everybody. And so if you know anything about research, the worst facts that depend on stats that depend on is self-related stats. Not self-related stats. What they call it? The stats that you tell them that this is based on
self-reported
stats. There you go. Self-reported stats. That's what the consumer index is. It's like, so if you was going in, you say you spent $200 on the internet, they don't check to see if you spent $200 index. They just say that's what it is. So those numbers be based on the consumer spending index. And if you know anything about American society, consumer spending, most Americans are living check by check. So why would you base anything on income or spending habits on somebody that's living check by check? But that's a whole nother story.
That's educational. Whatever happened, Nick Cannon got that game because your girl stated it as if it was a fact. In the article, if you read it, it talks about, she's like,
yeah, so it was a fact. I don't know if it's a fact or not. I never heard of it, but it could be. I don't know. But go ahead.
Yeah, I don't have those child support issues, but and to me, it kind of makes sense. After 10, how you gonna keep paying money? I mean, Nick Cannon got it, so it also is kind of head scratching. But the way she said it, she was like, "No, the court basically, there's an argument that could be made that after 10 kids, look, it really ain't much money left."
But the way it reads, it sounds like he taking care of his kids anyway. He's taking care of her kids. Yep. So it's probably like they don't even need the court system. Because also, people, if you find yourself in that situation, you don't necessarily got to go to court. Why don't you try to figure it out outside of court? Or you go into some court that's created by people that don't look like us, a majority of people, to dictate how you're supposed to be spending money on with your kids. That's just extra person that they don't. And also, people, you just a number, yo. Go to family court and just see how fast that go to family court for a week. See how fast they get people out of there and don't think about them until their case comes up again. And meanwhile, you guys still live with this person after you don't went to court on them.
Yeah, that ain't cool. So my conclusion is choose wisely.
Yeah.
And I think that's a transition. We were going to talk about this last week, but we didn't get into it. This was one of the books that I took with me to Mexico to read, kind of negotiating growth. We talk about negotiating growth here. And the book is called Sacred Marriage. What if God designed marriage to make us holy more than to make us happy? And man, this book hit me differently because, you know, the world tells you should be happy. If you ain't happy, you leave and this and that. And man, the book had a lot of the thoughts that I think men would share. Let me see if I can't find a few. And brothers, y'all weigh in and let me know what y'all think. But it has some great quotes. This is the reality of the human heart. And let's talk about it, brother. Yeah. The inevitability of two sinful people pledging to live together with all their faults for the rest of their lives. I'll repeat.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead. You want to repeat it? Go ahead.
This is the reality of the human heart. The inevitability of two sinful people pledging to live together with all their faults for the rest of their life.
And let me just build on, because I've been and negotiating my own growth. I haven't read this, so I'm gonna read this. Mm-hmm. You kept that one to yourself, brother. I'm gonna read that one. I'm gonna put that on on a reading list for this week, so we can come back and talk about it in more detail next week.
Mhm.
But this notion that we supposed to always be happy, bro.
Yeah.
Like that is, I don't know how recent or new that is. It seems like it's a new phenomenon. With the last 20 years, like, yo, you're not supposed to be happy all the time in life. As soon as stuff get rough, you wanna roll out. That's just sounds kind of crazy to me as I'm older. Maybe I would have been the same way as younger. I'm not, essing on people, but it's kind of sort of crazy when you think about it, especially if you're in a relationship. Like even me and you, we had issues in the background, right? And we was like, yo, this is what we said we going to do. We got to execute it. We got to get through it. I mean, it wasn't nothing super crazy, but you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I know you, I be getting on your nerves sometimes. I know you get on my nerves sometimes. We don't necessarily agree on and all this type of stuff on edits and the topics and all that type of stuff. But the notion that, and this is we just friends, brothers, business partners. So imagine if the relationship, if you're in a relationship or marriage, like it's even amplified. Like the notion that we supposed to be happy and agree with somebody all the time is kind of crazy, man.
Yeah, man, you said something, and I was falling prey to this moment of vulnerability and transparency and just being real. Like the world tells you that you should be happy. If there's anything that you're unhappy with, sometimes you tend to focus on that. And we talk about this. I hadn't taken my vacation. It took too long. I know after the Tech Law Summit, I need to get out of here. That's a lot of stress. And I put my solo vacation off. And when I go on my vacations, we've talked about this on the show. I come back and I'm reminded, look, you blessed beyond measure. It's some people that wish they had your issues, and any problems you got is first world problems. But when you're in it and you're in the storm, you tend to focus on the negative, and it's necessarily, we don't do a good job of focusing on ourselves. It's always what we want to change about the other person.
Yo, hold up, bro. Hold on, hit that man Cash App. We're gonna take a pause for the call. Where you think at, man? I got this.
It's up, they up, Cash App.
Cash App, hit that man Cat. Yo, you just say that, repeat that again, yo.
When you're in the storm, you tend to focus on the negative. And it's always, when I say storms, in the context of what we speak in, the storms of our marriages. Listen, y'all, marriage is work. It ain't just easy and all of that stuff. Unless you, maybe if you marry your best friend from like elementary and y'all already know each other and grew up, that wasn't my situation. You otherwise you meeting a human being with their own flaws, and y'all agreeing that y'all gonna be together. And as you be together, you could do so much before marriage, but ain't nobody perfect. And so when you in the storm, you start looking at the other person's flaws. You start focusing on the negativity and the positive more than you focus on. I mean the negative more than you focus on the positive. And it's like, then you find yourself unhappy. And what the world tells you is you should be happy. And girl, if you ain't happy, leave. But here's I put another quote in here, and it's going across all of our pages because this is the serious negotiating growth stuff. We ain't talked like this in a while. You won't find happiness at the end of a road named selfishness. I come back always with as far as the marriage part is concerned, because I try to develop professionally, personally, and spiritually, and in marriage. I come back with two themes. It's cheaper to keep her.
Hold on.
And any problems I got is first world problems.
He said cheaper.
Your
wife looking at this. Your wife is
leaving and being selfish.
Hold on. Your wife tuned into this, yo.
Oh yeah, she tunes in. But listen, it is what it is. My mama tuned in. You know this. This is who we are. We trying to help other people negotiate growth, and you can't really help people grow unless they can relate. You gotta be relatable. And I'm just saying, I took too long for my vacation, so I was looking at, well, where's my happiness? But it wasn't necessarily the marriage. Is grumpy, dealing with racism in corporate America and all of the microaggressions, and you feel like you fighting on that front. You don't want to have to come home and fight. We always use this concept.
Yo, hold up, bro. Yo, I'm trying not to get canceled because I know how people be taking things when I be saying it. So I'm just gonna say this because you hit on it, but I'm gonna even make it deeper, yo. We're all victimizing we're all victimizers and victims at the same time.
At the same time.
At the same damn time. We're all putting wear and tear on the phone on our relationships, whatever those relationships are. We all putting wear and tear on them, as well as that person is putting wear and tear on them. We're all victims and victimizers at the same time. And what you said is essential, that once stuff start getting bad or whatever, we start looking at the other people as the problem, not realizing we are the problem too. We the problem.
Yeah.
Like, we're all the problems. We're all the problems in the solution at the same time. Just to put it in different words, we're all victimizers and victims at the same time. So I think because this might be the American thing too, because I don't necessarily, a few times I've been out of the country, not that I've been out of the country for mad long, but I feel like Americans are very selfish, self-centered in comparison to the other words. So it becomes all about the self and how you feel in the moment. And feelings change, bro. There's no permanent feelings, yo.
Hit this man Cash App. Say that again for a sound bite.
There's no permanent feelings, bro. There's no Joe D. The Louis Vuitton shoes and purse are cheaper than the alimony and child support. I remember seeing those posts from Bingham. You wrote that, yeah?
No, he's talking about the shoes and the purses. That's it. Look, sometimes you gotta date. You still gotta make them feel like they're the most special woman in the world. What is it? How to Win Friends and Influence
People. Yeah. Dale Carnegie, however you want to pronounce it. Yeah.
They talk about what made Clinton so appealing. He would take the time and make anybody he engaged with feel like $1 million. And I think is it Maya Angelou that said people forget what you say or do, but they'll never forget how you make them feel.
Yeah, that's Maya Angelou. Look at that booking program. Where that booking program at? Yeah, look at that booking program.
I'm running laps. We talked about how we selfish. Let me read this because this may actually help somebody. And we joke a lot, but we real human beings and we trying to negotiate our growth too. And this self-care culture basically say leave. Here's the response to that. The mature response, however, is not to leave. It's to change ourselves. Whenever marital dissatisfaction rears its head in my marriage, as it does in virtually every marriage, I simply check my focus. The times that I am happiest and most fulfilled in my marriage are the times when I am intent on drawing meaning and fulfillment from becoming a better husband rather from demanding a better wife. If you're a Christian, the reality is that, biblically speaking, you can't swap your spouse for someone else, but you can change yourself. And that change can bring the fulfillment that you mistakenly believe is found only by changing partners. In one sense, it's comical. Yes, we need a change partner, but the partner that needs to change is not our spouse, it's us. I don't know why this works. I don't know how you can be unsatisfied maritally and then offer yourself to God to bring about change in your life and suddenly find yourself more satisfied with the same spouse. I don't know why this works, only that it does work. It takes time, and by time I mean maybe years, but if your heart is driven by the desire to draw near to Jesus, you find joy by becoming like Jesus. You'll never find joy by doing something that offends Jesus, such as instigating a divorce or an affair.
Amen. That's a lot. I see that booking. Shout out to Mama Bingham out here. He put that man in that booking program, had him in reading books and all that. He done read out loud. You wasn't scared to raise your hand back in the day, huh? When it was time to read in front of class.
No, the teachers would tell me you already read. Get somebody else.
Yeah, they used to tell me the same thing, yeah. You already read.
Well, let
me just to add on to that. I agree with everything he said, and it's also I wrote about this and I speak about this often. Got blog posting about this. It's all about that speaks to perception, right? Whether you're Christian or otherwise. Like if you're looking for problems, bro, you're gonna find it. And everything that and it's all about changing the self, like changing how you read it. Because everything. So like, you know, the perfect example is like when you buy a new car, you start seeing all that car everywhere. It's like that the sales of that car didn't spike, but since you got it, like them cars always
You
been
ain't the
there.
trendsetter.
Yeah, yo, like you ain't a trendsetter for a Nissan Maxima. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was always been there. It is now that it's on your mind because your perception has changed. And that's all about changing itself. And now it's not easy, but I think it's worth. I don't think anything worth doing. My boy Zaire, he's told me this years ago. He probably don't even remember this. He told me like, yo, he said, you know how hard it is to change yourself. Then he's like, yo, why would you even think about changing other people? If you understand how hard it is to change yourself. He said it something like that, how he phrased it. And I was like, that stuck with me. Like he told me that a long time ago.
That
like, yo,
sounds
how hard is it? Huh?
That sounds a lot like self-awareness.
So I was like, yo, you know how hard it is to change yourself, bro, to change habits and make stuff. And then now you think you got you have the audacity and ego to think that you could change somebody else. It's crazy.
Man, hit this man cash.
Hit that man cash. Yo, we preaching today, yo. We preaching.
Yeah, we brought it today. I don't know this message for somebody out there. Like, hey, yeah, it's sacrifice. Really, that's what it is. Marriage is a sacrifice of giving up some things, but you understand in the sacrifice you gain things. It's just like the sacrifice to go to school or to college. Yeah. You giving up immediate money now. All your peoples is working right now. They driving the cars, getting the rims, but you sacrificing because you got your eye on the bigger picture. When you graduate college, your salary gonna double some of those people. I'm stereotyping here, but that's how I could be.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. I wish I could be the Skip Bayless on this joint, but I can't disagree with anything you just said, man.
Y'all hit our cash app. Let me read
that cash app. So Joe D said, he said comment. He said we get to the coming to comments. You think it's ever a man's choice to go to court? I think absolutely sometimes. So I think so he was referencing the child support because we had skipped over. I think men go. I think some men have custody of their kids, yo, and be like, yo, I'm about to take this woman to court for some child support. So even outside of that, I think sometimes I think it might become more of a hassle. Yeah, continue like, yo, we trying to figure it out on you coming. You got this laundry list of expenses that you saying I should pay for child support. Nah, you know what? We can't agree. Let's go to child support. Yeah, I don't figure it out.
Oh yeah, it's some hustlers that's especially down here in Atlanta. Shout out to what is Elaretha Coleman. Apparently she a pit bull in family court. Like, yeah.
What's her name?
Elaretha Coleman. That's a good shout out. If you in Atlanta need a divorce attorney, family law attorney, Elaretha doing her thing. She from Mississippi. She graduated like a couple years ahead of us. But you got and Jabrina Johnson from Jackson State. You down in Atlanta. Sometimes folks is bitter and just don't want to give you your rights, your visitation rights, custody. Like, I'm with it. I'll take you fight about your kids when you trying to be a good person and you trying to break those generational curses. And I've seen, and it's mainly, I don't want to stereotype.
Hold on. Before you go there, don't get fired. Don't from
all right. That's why I'm finna get a disclaimer. Don't come after me. But in my world, my context, what I see more of is women using children to get back at the guys. And it's like, yeah, it may be hurtful. I don't really want you no more. We had our time, which is selfish. We're gonna read this quote in a minute, but I do want my kids. And moms is like, we's a package deal. And you don't want me, you don't get access to your kids, then I gotta take you to court. That's my flesh and blood too. And we've talked about this. It's our body movement or my body movement. Yeah, you get a choice to say what you want to do, but we only look at that from the context of like abortions. I think we had a discussion of, all right, well, if you choose to have it and I don't, why I gotta pay child support? Why are you gonna have a baby to keep me on the hook? Or try to hold me? And the court should look at that, but that's another thing. Let's hit the quote. If there is one thing young engaged couples need to hear, is that a good marriage is not something you find, is something you work for. It takes struggle. You must crucify your selfishness. You must at times confront and at other times confess. The practice of forgiveness is essential. This is undeniably hard work, but eventually it pays off. Eventually it creates a relationship of beauty, trust, and mutual support. And I think that goes to what your guy Zaire told you about. Man, you trying to change somebody else. You know how hard it is for you to change you?
Yeah. Yeah, nah, facts. So we're gonna talk about this next week because this brother held that one out. He usually don't hold out on the books. We held that one out on me and to drop the show. So I'm gonna read it.
Go check the video from last week, y'all.
Yeah.
I don't know this brother blowing smoke.
So I'm gonna read it or listen to it, whatever which one was available. That I think is gonna be. How long is it? How many pages though you listen to it?
I actually read it and highlighted it because this was one of the books my wife gave me. Like, go.
Oh, she gave it to you.
Yeah,
you said that's a key. See, that's a key concept or key fact that you left out. She gave it to you, so that shows. I know your wife. I don't know her like that. She was mad quiet around me, but I know your wife. That shows like growth on her end too, and just. Or it could be show some pettiness on it too. I don't know.
No, it was growth, and here's why.
Yeah.
And I've been transparent with y'all. This quote, man, it was hitting hard. Listen at this, because I got high standards and high expectations for myself. We've talked about my standards for my son, my daughter. That's why they homeschooled, all of this. Contempt is conceived with expectations. Respect is conceived with expressions of gratitude. We can choose which one we will obsess over, expectations or thanksgivings. That choice will result in a birth, and the child will be named either contempt or respect. And when you got expectations and you for the marriage and you feel like you're not getting the benefit of your bargain, you start looking at your partner like you taking advantage of me or whatever, yada, yada, yada. And I found myself not focusing on the expressions of gratitude and just the blessings. And here's one thing that somebody told me: the grass always seemed greener on the other side. But importantly, those who know that the grass is green wherever you water it and take care of it.
Oh, I got a. You can add on to this one too. Same quote, but I'll be putting my spin on it and making it provocative. The grass looks green. The grass is always green on the other side because they know how to handle they ish. S-H-I-T.
Fertilizer.
Fertilizer. I told you that one before.
You said it last week, brother.
I said last week. Okay, I'll be saying the same. Every time, I don't
relax around thinking myself. You've been on that ooh wee, brother.
That ooh wee. I've been. I'm in the cannabis space now. I've been doing some edibles every now and then. You know what I mean? But that's another conversation for another time. But I'll be running laps around myself sometime. You know what I mean? I did say that before.
Well, hey, I think this was a good show. Hopefully y'all enjoyed it. We was touched today, brother.
Yeah, how many pages is it before we get off so we can see?
I don't know. She got it. I highlighted it and gave it to her, so it ain't on my bookshelf. I'm like, well, I done read it now. Here's the proof. You gonna read it?
I'm gonna get it anyway. So I'm gonna get it anyway. I'm gonna get it anyway, but I just want to know if it's because I want to have
you a scholar. Stop asking for pages like you don't read 300. Yes, like you're a simpleton. You'll run laps around these folks. It don't matter how many pages. Read it. If it's good content, it's good content.
Now, the reason I'm asking for the pages is not because of the fear of reading it or because I don't want to make the promise that we're going to talk about it next week if it's too long. You know what I mean? That's why I was asking about that.
No, we just hit a few simple quotes.
That's you. We got to go, huh? That's you.
I got Chick-fil-A downstairs.
All right, well, let's take us out so Jesse can be a Jesse and eat that chicken. Yo, you about to eat chicken on chicken, man? I told this story mad times, right? Yo, go get your chicken, yo.
Let's pray.
Let's pray. Go ahead.
Right. Heavenly Father, thank you for all that you are, all that you do, all that you've done for me and my good brother, the deacon, for all of those who listen. We just pray that something we've said will help someone positively negotiate their growth. Help us to negotiate our growth. Help us always to have a growth mindset of learning and seeking to be better. Help us to keep the focus on us and the many blessings. In your son Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Thanks for
And
everybody.
we out of here under 60.
Yeah, under 60. Hey, everybody, thanks for tuning in. Y'all definitely got that medicine with the candy today. Please like, share, rate, review, and all that other good stuff. And see y'all next week. Peace.